say shit about Fauci. And I didn't say it, and I'm not even saying anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I don't agree with what Elon said. But damn, son, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy. Telsa. I think we have to call it Telsa now. The Legend of Telsa. That's it. It's not even Tesla anymore. It's Telsa. Once they get back above $1 trillion, we could call it Tesla again. Till then, this is Telsa. Telsa, Oklahoma. Did you guys stretch? Because I'm still stretching. I'm still standing up. I'm moving around. We got to get ready for power hour, bro. So if you haven't blinked yet and you haven't like moved around, it's already going to be crazy here. You're holding this up, though. I do like this move for the most part. You do have Tesla supporting it from the bottom there, which is great. But Apple is the one kind of in the middle. I think Tesla's kind of picking us up. And then the bonds are low, but if the market keeps running and bonds catch up, that could be bullish. But we will see. Again, I'm still long and short at the same time. Have a lot of shares. I still have my Telsa. And then that's it. A lot of trades today in a weird way. About it 21. Ooh. And 402 again. Jeez, bro. That was such a level to get to earlier today. Mm. 402 on the way. I know, right? Again, I mean, I thought 402, 401. I was like, no way we break below here, but it was another one of those days, so we're going to see. Either way, this is just like, they're cooking us up, man. That's it. They're getting us ready for power hour. And we still are going to have to deal with 4 hours of tomorrow till the report. So get ready. I like what somebody said today. They said maybe it's not a reaction to CPI, but the sell-off into Powell, which I was like, huh. Yeah, the up is slower. I mean, it was very fast in the morning, but these last two flushes, I mean, when I got in that last NASDAQ here, remember, dude, I made like 2-3 grand on one of those trades to the downside just because of how big that flush was. And then now it's like it started to slow down a little bit here, but it's even then, I didn't even think, like when a lot of people are like, it's going to, like when we were like up here, bro, when we were like up here and you guys were like, it's going to fill the gap. I was like, nah, man, I don't know about that. And then I'm like, all right, man, at least it's 417. I still didn't think it was going to flip the gap. And I was like, okay, man, maybe. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's dangerously close now. So it's already been a wild one. So I think all of it, package it up. Are we dropping now back down to 417? Hold on. Wait, what just happened? See, so it's already been wild, man. And then we're going to have all the time for tomorrow. Mm-hmm. The gap, it did fill the gap, kind of, or technically there's 3 points away. So it all depends on how you want to look at it. We've already had this, I think it's a big debate. I don't know, if you're 3 points away from filling the gap and like it looks like it fills the gap, does that count as filling the gap? Like, do you guys see what I'm saying? So this is the gap right here. You see this right here? And you were right. Does that count or no? I don't know. Some people like, I don't like. I feel like if you're Middle Eastern, you would count it. That's all I'm saying. Like for me, I'm like, Habibi, come on, 50-50. It count. Come on, why you be so specific, Habibi? Look at it. It count. It's very, very gap fill. Come on, what are you saying? I feel like it's Habibi. It's very, very simple. I count it. I don't know. I feel like in my mind, I want to count it, but then again, I'm like, I don't know. It's very technical. So yeah, a lot of no's from the Chad. Yeah, a lot of they're like, nah, Josh, nah, it's not, nah. Cash price fully filled. Did it though on SP? Yeah, you give me cash. Come on, 392 or 3990. You give me cash. I count it. Come on, yalla. I thought you meant SPX cash markets, and I'm like, no, technically we're looking at the SPX cash market right now. Okay, so I don't know if it counts or not, but either way, we're gonna see. You're 3 bites away from eating your Big Mac. Did you actually eat it? Yeah. I don't know. Were you trying to trick me on this or not? Because I damn right I ate that Big Mac. You know how many water bottles on my desk that I drank, but they still got the bottom in it? I know you know what I'm talking about. Half you traders do the same thing. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So, yes, it does count. So, by that natural logic, it counts then. Okay? Come on. I'm taking a sip of water on that one. Yeah, last sip cannot be just. I feel you, bro. I don't know why. They playing with me, man. FMX on the low. Fomento Económico Mexicano sponsored ADR. And then again, bonds are about to hit a new low. There's a little gap between the SPY. Apple's dropping, so is Telsa now. And then what time? 10:50. We still got a lot of time. This is holding up better. It didn't. I think you would have neutralized it at like 40-30, but there's still a downtrend, but it's just not as violent as earlier. FMX, the algo messed it up with FTX. EU Energy comments after meeting have common ground on aspects of mechanism. Is that related to gas? EU gas station for this winter is relatively safe, says Simonson. That's the EU Energy Commissioner. I'm going to call it Telsa till it gets at least above 750 billion market cap. I'm sorry. I still love you, Elon. I don't get it. I didn't like Elon. This is so weird, dude. And not everybody who liked Elon don't like him now. Isn't this weird? Like, I never would have thought that, like, oh, yeah. You know, I would have been like, oh, man, Elon by the end of 2022. It's crazy, bro. Welcome to Counter. Did you hear that, dog? I heard it. Lending Tip sent it to me. And it's kind of true, bro. They're like, nowadays, like, bro, the real counterculture is like believing in God, like being a good person. It's like, it's funny now because, like, bro, that's what I think it was Joe Rogan who said it or someone. They're like, if you go get like like back in the day, you used to like, you know, dye the hair. You used to like you get tattoos. You used to do certain thing, man. And like, that was like, you know, that was against the culture. Like, that was how, now it's like, oh, are you running for Congress? I laughed at that. I heard that. I was like, that's pretty funny. But it's like, for real, what's more rebellious than saying Jesus in a group of in a group of any modern society people, bro? I'm telling you, that's the most counterculture I've seen right now. I was like, I feel. Man, it's crazy out here. All right, you're back down to 410, unfortunately. Ay, ay, ay. 'Kanye take. I don't know, man. Listen, I've been repping Jesus before Kanye and even after. I still rep Jesus. I love y'all. And that's it. And either way, I'm going to give y'all good stock information no matter what. So don't get mad at me, and I love you, for real. I will never approach any of you with violence, and I hope you don't do the same with your speech or anything in between. And that's it, man. We all unite here under hard work and stocks. Again, some things will be funny. I usually have the propensity to kind of force tolerance on everybody because I could offend the religious people, the non-religious, this and that. And even then, bro, I don't even think they allow me in churches anymore. So I don't know, man. I don't know. So it's all love, man. It's all love. I've been like this for a while. So, and even the stocks, and that's why we need a long term. Amen. Amen. It is flushing. Even Telsa came down. 400, man. We're doing it again. Again, 410 was a big level. Oh, you're right back here. It could bounce off of here if it wants to, like 4,007. But now our argument about the gap fill is coming back. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad I got out of the other one now. I balanced it. That's what I should have done in the beginning. And now I'm making up the gap there. So I'm literally made more on my NASDAQ than my open ES. We keep going lower. That'll protect me. The bonds, I'm only down $60, but I gave up my earlier profits. The Apple and the shares hurt, but again, we get to keep, most of the profits. Pinterest, oh yeah. They had what was it? I think they got an upgrade. There was TikTok news and that. We have a Pinterest leap that is up. I don't know if you guys remember that one. I forgot buying it. But I'm going to sell that at the beginning of next year since that one's in the green. That was like one of the only leaps that hit. Do y'all remember that was a when does it expire though? January 24. It's only up 50% though. I think it was up 50% last week. SPY 500 to be /ES. Well, are you guys ready for tomorrow? The Zaza, I'm assuming it's already up. The Fed futures should be. I would start looking at the February curve. Investing Fed rate monitor. So this is just the easy way to look at the Zaza. But yeah, everyone's pretty much priced at 50. But I'd be starting to look at February. Again, because now people are assuming that the rates are going to be a little bit lower and then where we go later. But tomorrow is pretty much a lock. Again, surprisingly, I'm surprised it's even holding 20%, to be honest with you. And then nobody's pricing in a quarter. So we'll see. But I don't think Powell will use the opportunity to upset the market. And they're just going to go 50. Everything is going to be all about the language. Meta FCC says there is now widespread consensus that TikTok presents an unacceptable risk both to our national security and the safety and privacy of millions of Americans. Implied terminal rate move lower. And now that's where it'll get interesting tomorrow because they're going to have their own, we're going to get those terminal projections from the Fed pretty much. Next September, I'll have to get an update on it. I mean, based on what we showed you guys the other days, it was, or like yesterday or 2 days ago, it was like they were expecting a cut by May or June, or we reached peak right there. And then I think the first cut was like May, June, or even like August. And then they're thinking we'll cut like 50% bigger than even what the Fed would expect. Do this for the real one, but the hate is still involved. I just closed another building. I'm going to give it to my bros. It just took a little patience and it took a little hope. Yeah, the faith is never wasted if you reach it for a goal. Tell them, uncle. Amen. So back to 40.50 again, and you did get to the 40.44. You barely dropped below that. Remember, that was a tough level on the way up. So honestly, that's a good sign that we're kind of holding it here. You're coming back up to the 40.15. If that rejects, that won't be good. Bonds and SPY are kind of splitting up right here. Oh, that's looking good. A bond bid would be nice with it. Yeah, those are big. Again, it held the 40.44. You're back to the 4.17 now. So same little setup as earlier, which is nice. And volume is increasing. And it is 11 o'clock on the dot. 2 hours remaining on the day. So we'll see if we actually make it up to VWAP, but still a little bit of time. Buying Google. Where's Google? 95. Really feels like it should be power hour. I agree. It sucks. I hope my voice doesn't give out any further. Because, like, dude, we have Powell tomorrow. Like, dude, what? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, weird. Mm. 30-year, 3.5. Denmark acting prime minister has formed new government. What the hell does that mean? You're going up. Meta. Yo, you're popping off of that one. Meta had a move. Apple to allow outside app stores in overhaul. Apple considers requiring outside apps to be verified. Project led by senior or veteran software engineer Andreas Wenker. So I don't know. I feel like it'd be negative for Apple and then positive for other ones, but I mean, that's coinciding here with that move here a little bit. But that is coming out right now. I would say that's borderline important. Or usually we get some level of move on those. Sounds like really bad news. negative. Well, at least today will be a green. Well, the candle's going to be red. The only other, you only have like technically, I mean, the charts are weird, but I know it's different on TD and Ameritrade, but these are wild. Matching Spotify. Yeah, any app store related ones will do good. Even Roblo. Match is going up big. Spotify as well too. I feel like Meta would have an app store. Bumble is another one. Duolingo. Yeah, so watch. That could lift up a lot of names, but even Spotify's moving big. Google, yeah, because then wouldn't that mean the Google Play Store? And this is only for EU, but I feel like Google would get an effect. I'm just surprised Apple's not dropping off of it. That's what I'm waiting for. Because if all those are moving up. Is Roblo popping? Roblo should pop huge, especially if after how much it was. But Match and Spot, they had big ones. Oh, they clobbered some of these options. Bumble as well. MGTA, they had a good drug approval for like a cancer-related drug. I liked it, and then even the biotechs were doing very good. The Myrna news in the morning was fire, so I figured I'd grab a small play on that in the morning, especially as we were dropping. I was hoping that biotechs would kind of find their own little ground. Yeah, Match is up 8. Jeez. I guess it's still the same initial candles. Apple's holding up somehow. And then the futures at the start of the hour, we had a lot more. Again, 40.15, 40.44 will be another one on the futures. Yeah, Bumble and Match go positive. The latest thing we got was that Apple news. Roblo. Is it still holding? We'll see, though. But now we're coming down. Just pay attention to the market. The bonds haven't moved, and there's that little gap. Roblo's holding up a little better. Where's Boeing? And then now Apple's going down. That's what I wanted to see. Mm. 40, 47. You broke 40, 50, but watch 40, 44 again, and then you're at 413 on the SPX. No, tomorrow is the FOMC. Boeing says it'll keep pushing Congress to allow 737 MAX 10 certification if cockpit altering deadline expires. I'm surprised Boeing didn't. Again, Boeing booked a fat order today with United. Florida governor held talks on adverse events of COVID Myrna vaccine. Florida governor? That's coming in out now. And again, Myrna's just already been running. Boeing's popping a little bit on that news. Or it's looked like it's moving a little bit. And Myrna's still holding up. No one cares about that. Lula says Brazil won't privatize state-run firms anymore. What's the other one? Rio Tinto and what else? Again, that's Brazil news. Brazil had a little drop on that. Match still ripping. Oh, yeah. 10%, 10.5 now. That's another 2% from the first pop. Again, watch the other ones. DBRG activist. There you go. We got some news coming. Yeah, digital. Haven't we seen this one a lot, though? I feel like this one has been like the pump and dump for a while here. So be careful with that one. I feel like we've even got that news before. But that one is moving. Florida governor announces actions to hold big pharma accountable. Oh, Grindr's on the high too. That's App Store related. Advisor's not moving. And then Florida governor actions against big pharma. And then Match and Roblo and all of those are doing good. No rate hike rumor is getting there. Well, either way, I mean, just don't fall for anything. You know, we're going to have it here. The best part is that, I mean, rumor or not, we've seen it all this year. All we got to do is just bring it home. And, you know, tomorrow we'll know, and then we'll see. But immediately, if that does come out, we will know how to play it. But I just wouldn't, you know, you got to realize is that if Powell does not do 50, whether he does 25 or whether he does 50 or 25 or 75, both of those would upset the market. The whole idea with the Fed futures is that Powell has already done it. If that rumor is going to get legs, then they're going to do it. SDNY attorney, he's briefing on FTX.
I authorized these charges last week, Wednesday. A grand jury here in Manhattan indicted Mr. Bankman-Fried last week, Friday.
Why didn't you let him to talk
We
and
obtained
then arrest
a warrant
him?
for his arrest, and that arrest was executed yesterday in the Bahamas.
They didn't want him to speak in front of
Let me be
Congress.
clear. My remarks today are going to be limited. That is by design.
I'm going to go pee. This is interesting.
This investigation
Follow me on Instagram,
is
at the
very
Trading
much
Fraternity.
ongoing, and it is moving very quickly. But I also want to be clear about something else. While this is our first public announcement, it will not be our last. The indictment has 8 counts, but effectively, it outlines 4 different areas of misconduct. First, we allege that Bankman-Fried defrauded customers of FTX.com, the cryptocurrency exchange that he founded. Second, we allege that he defrauded lenders to Alameda Research, his proprietary hedge fund. Third, we allege that he defrauded investors in FTX. And lastly, we allege that he violated campaign finance laws. Now, let me say a little bit more about what we allege in the indictment. First, we charge that from 2019 until earlier this year, Bankman-Fried and his co-conspirators stole billions of dollars from FTX customers. He used that money for his personal benefit, including to make personal investments and to cover expenses and debts of his hedge fund, Alameda Research. Secondly, and relatedly, we charge that Bankman-Fried lied to Alameda's lenders about the source of the money that he was using to pay those debts. Third, we charge that earlier this year, in the midst of the crypto crisis, Bankman-Fried lied to investors in FTX about the fact that he had sent billions of dollars in FTX customer money to Alameda. And fourth, we charge that Bankman-Fried violated federal campaign finance laws by causing tens of millions of dollars in illegal campaign contributions to be made to candidates and committees associated with both Democrats and Republicans. These contributions were disguised to look like they were coming from wealthy co-conspirators, when in fact, the contributions were funded by Alameda Research with stolen customer money. And all of this dirty money was used in service of Bankman-Fried's desire
to meant to look like other people were doing it.
And impact
wealthy co-conspirators, but it was really him.
To anyone who is watching this or hears about this prosecution, if you believe that you have been a victim of these schemes or you have information about the conduct that we've alleged in our indictment that we've unsealed today, please let us know. To any person, entity, or political campaign that has received stolen customer money, we ask that you work with us to return that money to the innocent victims. And to anyone who participated in wrongdoing at FTX or Alameda Research and who has not yet come forward, I would strongly encourage you to come see us before we come see you. Now, let me say a word about our partners at the FBI, the SEC, and the CFTC. The women and men of the FBI are some of the finest public servants in this country, and they have been with us since day one in this investigation, and there is no one better to work with. I want to thank the brilliant lawyers at the SEC and the CFTC. This investigation is complex and it's sprawling. We embrace that kind of challenge here in the Southern District of New York, and we always want the CFTC and the SEC by our side when we're doing that. And finally, I want to thank the career prosecutors from my office handling this case, Nicholas Rose and Danielle Sassoon, and their supervisors, Scott Hartman and Matthew Podolsky, the chiefs of our Securities and Commodities Fraud Task Force. I want to acknowledge the contributions and hard work of the prosecutors from our Money Laundering and Transnational Criminal Enterprises Unit, including Samuel Raymond and Thane Wren, and their chiefs, Jessica Feinstein and Tara Lamort. And I want to acknowledge the contributions from the chief of our Public Corruption Unit, Rebecca Donaleski. This should be very clear, but it's an all-hands-on-deck investigation here in SDNY, and I couldn't be prouder of the team that I'm privileged to lead. Director in charge, Michael Driscoll.
This was like a announcement they're making now, but...
Thank you, Damien. So thank you all for joining us this afternoon for this important announcement. Right. This case came together at great speed, in such that it's only possible to be standing here today through tremendous coordination and cooperation from many people and agencies. As the indictment today alleges, Bankman-Fried knowingly defrauded customers of FTX through the misappropriation of customer deposits to pay expenses and debts of a different company. In addition, Bankman-Fried executed deliberate transactions designed to obscure and disguise the misuse of customer funds. He preyed on his customers, the victims of this case, abusing the trust placed not only in his company, but in himself as the lead of that company. We are determined to help the victims of this case get a sense of justice, and we will continue to make every attempt to recover as much of their funds as possible. If you're willing to deceive customers and attempt to hide your actions, we will be persistent in pursuing you and ensuring you are brought to justice. I want to thank Damian Williams and his team at the Southern District for their cooperation and partnership on this case. I also want to thank our partners at the SEC and the CFTC for their outstanding work. A word of thanks to DEA's Aviation Division, their Foreign Operations Group, for their logistics and resource assistance over the past few days. Our field offices in Boston, Miami, Washington, D.C., and our Legat office in Bridgetown. FBI headquarters components that fed and worked on this case, from Criminal Investigative Division, our CERG team, Crisis Incident Response Group, and our International Operations Division. And of course, the special agents and forensic accountants from our Securities Fraud Squad, as well as the Money Laundering Squad. The Justice Department Office of International Affairs has been an important partner in this. And of course, as Damien noted before, his team in Securities and Commodities Fraud, Money Laundering and Transnational Criminal Enterprise Unit has been a true partner in this case. I also want to thank our international law enforcement partners. These kind of cases do not happen without that kind of coordination, and I specifically want to note the assistance provided by the Royal Bahamas Police Force. And I want to be clear, this case is about fraud. Fraud is fraud. It does not matter the complexity of the investment scheme. It does not matter the amount of money involved. If you mislead and deceive to take what does not belong to you, we will hold you accountable. And I'd like to thank everyone who's been working on this case for helping us adhere to that principle today. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe it.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kabir Graywal, the director of the SEC's Division of Enforcement.
So what we've come to learn is that there was a bunch of donations that came from a lot of wealthy individuals, or meant to look like they came from wealthy individuals, when it was Sam Bankman. That's it. They're just pinning it all on him now. So we got what we wanted, but we didn't get the full truth. That's my take. That's it. No, they're framing him on. That's it. They're like, yeah, man, all of these donations by these wealthy individuals, they're going to just say whatever that bankruptcy, they're just going to blame it on him. Yo, that's crazy. Oh, man. I still want make the bankruptcy list public. Make the bankruptcy list public. Oh, come on. That's great. Now, I think there will be a clawback on donations, but that's it. They're gonna say anything with Sam, like, that's it. That's all. It's kind of funny when you think about it, but that's all it's gonna be. So it doesn't matter, bro. It's like, even if you found out BlackRock, they're gonna be like, well, it wasn't BlackRock, it was whoever as a client of Sam, and then Sam is the one who did it, not them actually. And he used his wealthy clients to make it look like they were doing nefarious activity when it was actually Sam. That's the only one who looked mad guilty right now is Kevin O'Leary. That's it. Because he's like, I would have reinvested. I would have gave him money. I'm like, oh man. So that's about it. But oh well. Once we'll find out. I still don't think we've seen the full follow through. Let's find out who gave all the collateral. They clapped yours. I know. I'm proud of it now. I honestly, I appreciate it, man, and amen. It's good, man. The future looks bright. The future looks bright, baby. That's all. At least, can we blame it on Sam too, or nah? 40-11, 40-10 again. Big again. That 40-44 has a lot of support. A lot just got bought there. Again, a slight bit of Zyme. I think we might even have this one. This one's an old biotech play. And then Match is coming down off the Apple News. 11:30. You're kind of flipping there again. They bought that one up. Coin. Yeah, they just keep dying. Down 8. It's weird. Isn't Ethereum up today? Oh, and where is I still have an old Ethereum short. I'm down $80 on those 5 contracts. 17 days left. Tesla, is it? That's the November 2020 price? No way. Yeah, holy crap. But again, didn't it even, I think it went up 200% leading into that, though. That is wild, though. That is not the icing on the cake for Kathy. FTX CEO says it's impossible to recoup all client losses. He's going to go kill another spider. Yeah, the indictment. I mean, we're hearing the New York. We heard the prosecutors. I didn't really even listen to it today. Again, I mean, it's not. I'm glad that there's something happening, but I'm waiting for the this is a bigger story. That's all I could say about it. And I mean, I don't know much more about it until we have that info, but that is where that bankruptcy list, who collateralized the crypto loans, how far does it spread? I mean, it does not stop with Bankman. And that's where I'm like, okay, that's like, honestly, I think it's a very, besides everything else that could happen in the world, I mean, I definitely think that is something looming that's not really the best. Weekly production before EIA report. And we're still chilling out here. Again, I'm up on both, or I'm up on the NASDAQ still. It's matched up the same. Or 01. It's just gonna take some time. I mean, I think it'll correlate around the first rate cut once the real issues, and then bonds still low. They want to bounce up, but SPY wants to go here too. I'm surprised it hasn't gotten clapped further, but this is a good dude. It's held 40-44 very well, or that 40-10. You've been stepping up 30 minutes till power hour. Florida governor seeking grand jury probe on COVID vaccines. Ron DeSantis held a roundtable with health experts on adverse events of mRNA vaccines and announces aggressive actions to hold the federal government and Big Pharma accountable. That was earlier. There's a little bit more updates on that. Pfizer and none of them else moved. Bostic bond shorts are hitting hard. Can't be bullish if we rejected a 4% gap up. But we have Powell tomorrow. That's it. Just everything is all tomorrow, unfortunately. But we already been witnessed. We've already got to witness a lot. As far as even, I meant bullish in the sense of not dying to fill that gap of give or take. I mean, it's a 1% day. So wild, bro. So wild. I'd be down to move to Miami, too. But, like, Miami's crazy. And that's it. My mom ain't going to Miami, man. That's it. Like, I hang out, like, honestly, man. I tell that to my girlfriend randomly just to, like, mess with her. I tell her that, bro. She trips out. I'm like, hey, I need it. I'm moving to, I tell her because she always sees me looking at houses. And I'm like, yeah, I'm moving to Miami. And I tell her, I was like, I just need to find myself and find me a. She just gets so mad, bro. She's like, but then I'm like, I don't know. I hang out with my mom and my family, bro. That's it. Oh, bro. I forgot to tell y'all. Can I tell you a story before the market moves? Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I tell her. She's like, what are you going to do? What do you mean find yourself in Miami? I'm like, I don't know. I just need to go. I need to find myself there. I feel like it's a place and I can have fun. And then she just gets so mad. And, like, I'll be mad serious about it. That's not even the funny story, though. It's related to, like, that's it. If my mom was down to go to Miami, I'll go to Miami, man. That's it. Otherwise, like, that's it, man. I like hanging out with my mom and my family. You know, there's a lot of enticing things in Miami, but none of my family wants me to go. Even my girlfriend don't want me to go. That's it. My girlfriend, she said, nope. But, dog, do the funniest thing. See, and it's related to, like, I got the other day, bro. I went to, like, my little nephew's, like, little, like, Christmas play. And they, like, did, like, a little, like, Christmas play where, like, the little kids sing. Holy crap. Do any of y'all have kids, man? Have you ever gone to one of those? Like, or I don't know, maybe you're a heathen and you don't do, like, Christmas celebrations, but I'm just kidding. Don't get mad at the heathen joke. It's funny. Okay, relax. But, like, bro, oh, my gosh. Dude, have you ever been to one of these? Oh, my gosh. Dude, it's comical. That was the best form of comedy I've ever seen in my life. And I'm glad I wasn't the only one laughing. Dude, watching 4-year-olds, like, dress up like little, like, damn, like, cows and shepherds. And then, like, just straight up, like, trying to sing a song, dude. Oh, my gosh. Bro, I was dying. It was like a bunch of little drunk kids. It was like a bunch of drunk people trying to sing Christmas songs, bro. And I was cracking up. Like, I was cracking up, like, laughing out loud the whole time, bro. I was like, wow. I loved it. That was one of my best forms of entertainment in a long time, bro. I'm telling you. That was so glorious. Oh, if you have not gotten to do it, make sure you are related to the child, because that's weird if you don't. But, like, if you have the time to go see, like, you know, a nephew, niece, and, like, any family or whatever, and they do those, oh, my gosh, bro. It's the funniest thing ever. I was dying, bro. I was like, dude, this is pure comedy. This beats any stand-up or anything, bro. Just a bunch of little kids just, like, fucking up songs. Excuse me. But it was, they were, like, halfway through crying, and then they, like, put the camera on, like, some of the kids, and they so mad. And then the other kids start, like, trolling the other kids, bro. Oh, dude, I was like, this is crazy. Baby fever? Hell no, I ain't want no kids, bro. Nah. Not until Powell cuts rates at the very least. Even then, what type of market would I be to have kids when he's cutting rates in the midst of an economic decline, man? So, nah, bro, have you seen the movie Idiocracy? Yeah, that's it. I'm the one guy who just waits forever, bro. That's fine, okay? And now, don't worry. My girlfriend ain't in a rush either, so we good. But I like spending time with my family, man. And, like, my nephew, I was, like, kind of like, I don't want to go to this. And then I went, bro, and I would have regretted if I didn't. Jack in the Box is dumping. Man, bro, it was hilarious. It was hilarious, bro. The farmer never plants if he waits for perfection. Listen, man, if I have a kid, I'm no longer streaming, okay? That's it. That's all it comes down to. You think I'm about to have a kid and abandon his ass to the crib while I'm just talking to you for 7 hours a day? No, okay? I chose you, Chad. I chose you for now. That's it. Why don't you marry? Because, listen, I wait for at least, like, biotechs. I at least wait for, like, 3 years of evidence before making a final decision. You know, even in the long term, you've seen a lot of things change in 2 years. So that's why, man, I just give it some time. That's it. I know, exactly, bro. If I had a crying kid right now, it's cool. If y'all are listening, y'all could mute me whenever you want. Y'all could take care of kids listening. I can't just be like, hey, yo, you got that, Swiss Miss? All right, word. Market's going up. So that's it, man. That's it. Eventually, though, I don't get it. I couldn't be having kids making y'all 17 videos a week or some shit. You know what I'm saying, man? It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot of work. Bro, little dropping pops all day today. At least you've chilled out. You're holding the 417. This is what should have happened a lot earlier. That one's getting actually pretty big. 30 minutes until power hour. I'll be your babysitter. Man, what kind of parent would I be? They're like, who's your babysitter? I just took some random people off the YouTube chat. They're not random. I've known them for years, but still, my first time meeting them, I said, hey, can you take care of my newborn child? Well, I call out plays on the stock market. What do you think I am, man? Honestly, I just think this is a funny line of logic to joke about, so hopefully nobody gets. Don't take it too personally. Relax. I know somebody's going to be, what? What do you mean? And then be like, I'm not random, Josh. I'll bring them back. Honestly, that could be good. Maybe they'll end up very cultured. I'm kind of down with that. You can make it work. Listen, man, growing up in a Middle Eastern family, we were abandoned as children, so I'm going to make sure that I don't abandon him. You guys are just leave him alone and work. Habibi, that is the culture. I understand completely. Trust me, but, I enjoy time with my young nieces and nephews, but I don't have to right now. Don't worry. I will be there if it's okay. Don't worry, Habibi. I like kids. I just, it's a big commitment, man. It's a big commitment. That's it. Y'all ask me more questions about having kids than my girlfriend. That's it. I tell her we're not having kids. She's like, okay. I said, I want to have a kid. She said, okay. I said, hey, you want to, I said, we should adopt a kid. She goes, okay. That's it. She rides with it, bro. I don't know why y'all asking way too more questions than the girl who should be asking the questions right now. That's the crazy part. Man, oh man. Nah, man. Yeah, she a real one. Don't worry. We will make these personal decisions. You and I won't be having kids either. It's okay. I mean, eventually, bro, but I think I'm kind of young. The hairline is the only thing that puts me in a rush, but other than that, it's cool, man. It's cool. Hair transplant one day. Bankman-Fried intends to fight extradition, lawyer says. He deserves the right to apply for bail. With what money? Yeah. Yeah, I got quiet. Yeah, my girlfriend calling me. She's like, what the you say about me? No, I'm kidding. She's actually pissed now. I'll be like, yeah, you could apply for bail. Just tell me you got proof of funds, dog. Can we source that? Because I'm just saying, if you wanted to apply for a loan, you have to source the funds, and the money has to be there for at least 3 months for it to be qualified. That's just for a mortgage. You know what I'm saying? So very, very simple. I'm just saying, yeah, okay, we'll let you get bail. I mean, set it at $1 billion, and can we have the funds sourced, please? That's all. J.G. Wentworth. 877-FTT. Hey, are you in need of new shitcoins? Print some more today. Brought to you by Jerome Powell and the Fed. None of this is a recommendation to sell bonds like Bostic. Option trade is extremely risky. Can't lose so much financial value. Lose no financial advice. Occasional purpose only. Think of it today. Stake his bail. I will if he boxes me. That's the only way. I say we do Sam Bankman boxing for charity. And then that's it. And then everybody gets the beat-down opportunity. And then you raise money. We pay-per-view Tom Brady a little bit, too, so that maybe he gets back with Giselle. And then that's it. And we're going to go from there. And then that's the most civil, fair way to solve this. Everybody would do it. I know. You would pay to watch that. You would do. I'm telling you, it'd be great. And then if Sam Bankman beats you up, you have to absorb the debt because you deserve that to pay that. I already have a game plan. I've already pitched this to a couple of people. We're still waiting back. Okay. This is all a joke, you guys. All jokes. I'm sorry. This is what happens when the market doesn't move. Yesterday it was Nicolas Cage, and then all of a sudden you had to go crazy. He's a legit flight risk. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, again, they're talking about it now. Bankman intends to fight extradition, lawyer says. Argentina 2-0. Oh, you're slowly moving up. Again, 40-20, bro. This is where we actually started dying earlier. So not so bad. We're matched up pretty nice here. The NASDAQ will cut into this faster. It's 11:39. All right, you're moving up. This is going to be good. If it could get past these, just like last time there, but now the next level is 40.33. You haven't had any major rejections here in a minute. That's actually looking beautiful. Beautiful for the end of the day, but then we'll be at, if it gets by the VWAP or 40.30 on SPX, that'll probably happen around power hour, but if it gets really aggressive, I mean, we might be able to do it quick, but watch out here. If you break out, very bullish. If you don't, not very bullish, the real neutralization happens at 433. But if you fail from here, that could also get ugly. But now the bonds are playing along with it. All right, I added to the bond play 114.240. Another long, so I have two of the ZNs. Ah, shit, when did these expire? All right, good. Whew. Thank God, thank God. That is long. Do not trade that. You will get clapped. I now have two of the ZNs. Again, we had some profits earlier today, so I added to those. Again, I took $400, then I opened one. I'm down 400 now, and then I reopened. But I like that. They're pretty much matched up. And again, it's still a long line. Again, even though we had the delays of today and all the weirdness, I'm pretty much in line with everything I was saying yesterday. The bonds are up a lot. ZN is the 10-year bond futures. Spring ammonia prices fall yet show cycle strength. That just came out. Short Meta. Well, remember, Meta was back at this level doing that little squeeze last time. And then that EU news, remember, we shorted it. We hit big on it. But if it's able to hold up here, Meta might, again, it may want that 130 move. Get the inspection going. Just if you have somebody who could go out there and get an inspection, and even then, the whole idea is if he gets the inspection, whether or not I get it or not, it'll be good. But let me see if I could call someone else on that. But we might be able to do it. Again, I was talking with Lending Tips about it yesterday. Lending Tips doesn't like the house. I was like, worst case scenario, we just turn it to a Stream Alerts house in Phoenix, Arizona. So I don't know. SPY is popping. Again, down 1,000 now on the NQ, but we've made back a little bit here. But I'm still down. Actually, the NQ is moving way harder. So Now there's like a $400 gap between the two. But not bad. That's beautiful here. RTX, I already sold out of that little one. They announced a $6 billion buyback yesterday. PRVB. How big we talking? 950 is running. These are back to the highs. Oh, yeah, that is nice. Again, watch out for the VWAP move. Again, 40, 30. Dude, it did it in 2 minutes. So that's very, very bullish now. This is neutralizing the down from here. So pretty much you take that bouncy ball, it's got it cut in half right here. So now the bouncy ball would have a very weird progress at this level. Very nice. Dollar drop. Again, even the bonds too. This is nice. They're all they're moving together and they're matched up quite well. The bubbles, like the option bubbles. There's a lot of emotions today. You're going to get people saying all sorts of crazy stuff, whether about the market, what the Fed is going to do. Again, the only way to get tricked off bullshit is to believe in it. So keep that in mind. Yeah, but PRVB is moving. Again, there's no point in speculating what's going to happen with Powell. Like I'm saying, I believe the statement will be bullish just because of today. However, none of that matters. That's it. It's just Powell is so close to today and tomorrow. Like, there's no point of, if you want to, I mean, for real, like to make an extreme belief or comment towards Powell, I just think it doesn't really make sense. So that's why I'm like, just the guardrails have acted good at the beginning of the week, but it's just, don't like, I don't know. I mean, the event is tomorrow, so it's like, you don't really have to position too heavy on any position because you saw what happened right now. So just keep that in mind. But here are the bubbles. I mean, a lot of 420 calls, a lot of 380 puts, 400 and 3. Everything's still matched up. 405. I think 420 is the highest on the SPY. And then 423s, but a lot of these are smaller. Really, right? And then remember, Friday is a triple expiration. Is it quad? I could be wrong, but let's see. Jean-Pierre is called to address regulatory gaps on crypto. Tomorrow is 2:30. I think December 30th is quarterlies. I think it's a triple witching. It's triple. It's the biggest quad witching. All right, I'm getting both. I'm getting both answers from the chat. I thought it was triple witching. So we're going to have to see. Either way, a lot of witches. What you just say? No, like the quad witch, it's not. RTX still going up a little bit. They got that big volume. TV is halted pending news. Grupo, is that Brazil? Remember, Brazil had that news earlier. It's the biggest triple witching. Okay, I don't know. A lot of people seem to be separate on this one now. So we'll find out. Dividend account, I mean, just our long term's doing great. I mean, surprised. I thought it'd be up a little bit better, but we're down 4% on the long term, the YouTube one, and then 12% on the big one. And then that's not including the dividends or anything, but every stock that is up this year is a dividend payer. And then Redfin is just like, he's like, what's up, man? He's like, I don't pay dividends, but I like to party. And then PRVB still at the high. Speculative thoughts. I mean, we'll see. It just, again, like, I would love to give you a breakdown of it, but, you know, I know myself, and I know, like, it's going to come down to interpreting it. That's it. Interpreting it live. I mean, we've done very well. Even today, we have the perfect hedge on it. We're doing quite well. But I like these moments, and I think we could respond well, but you got to give me the info. That being said, what happened today, I am leaning towards a very bullish release when the FOMC comes out. But then I think Powell will bat it down with talk about saying, you know, what's going on with, like, I feel like Powell would say the job's not done, too early to do anything. And then the summary of economic projections, like I said, that will be another big one. And then we'll see, you know, how much different is the curve than what the market is pricing. You know, where does the Fed stand compared to where the bonds are? So, again, today, my only speculation is that today will lead to a very bullish statement as the Fed acknowledges 2 months of continued declines. And then, like Nick Timmerhouse said earlier, the potential that a lot of Fed members now may be split up. And that could say something to the bullish side of the Fed saying, no, we should slow down or not. I think the words are going to sound very bullish. And then I think Powell is going to, you know, he's going to be Debo and explain what let me hold the dollar means. You know what I'm saying? He's going to like, oh, yeah, let me hold a spot call, bro. That's what Powell is going to see you tomorrow when it's up. And he's going to be like, let me hold a spot call. You'll be like, what? Like, okay, can I have it back? And then you know the rest. He will take your bike, bro. He will. But yeah, I hope that makes so. My only speculation is that. But other than that, though, it's like I know damn well, just like even looking at the reaction today, we kind of forecasted this. We got the front run leading into it, but quite simply, all that matters is how it comes out and what is really said. You know, there will be stuff we cannot forecast, and let alone whatever happened today, we got to go from there. So I'm excited. I mean, we got to study. I got to make sure I get good sleep again tonight. I hope you're ready for it, but, you know, we like to work on these days, man. We like to work on these days, so let's make it happen. And just coming back down, that was a nice 40-33 move, but it's unfortunate it's not holding. You're back to 40-20. It's not bad, though. That's just where we had to break out last time. But 40-33 was beautiful. Yeah. Statement, then press conference. But like I'm telling you, I think the statement is going to have potential for a larger move than we've seen. That is what today brings about. However, it's just like, what was it the last Fed meeting? It was the one where, remember I told you about Rachel and we hit that one perfectly. It's going to be like that. It was just like that Fed meeting where you had a fat, but then again, it may not go down as much. What day was that? Do you guys remember that one? Remember I gave you the homework and we were looking at there? I feel like it's going to play out where it's like you're going to get the big one, and then I think it was right here. Was it September 21st? I think it was the Rachel one where it popped up, and then I'll get you the daily chart. Let me see. I could probably do it right now because this will be the homework I'm going to be giving to y'all. Let me see it. I know, yeah, we nailed it right down to the question. We got it again. That was another every single event in the last quarter, now 4 or 5 months. I mean, we may have been caught off guard a couple of times, but we were able to absorb it and go from there. And very, very God is good, bro. Yeah, September 21st. So let me show you. That SPY coming back down. The Fed could make the market drop. Let me see. 64-day chart. Boom, I think it was right here. And then you're coming back down. I'm trying to show you to get you a little bit ready for tomorrow. So this was the morning, or no, was this in the report? Yeah. So look at what last Powell play. It was just like today, where you even sold off, but the statement came out. You dropped, you popped, and then right as the statement started talking, you started to go up. So 15 minutes into the conversation of Powell, then you flipped on Rachel's question. That was that day. Again, I remember how it played out. Again, it was a profitable day, but this is where I think we might get this, but flipped upside down, where it's positive. Maybe it comes down, then the conversation will start, and then maybe Powell will get off to a start there, and then there might be, if we start dumping, there might be a conversation point that will flip it up or down or confirm it, but I don't know. I could get you as far as here. You see what I'm saying? That's it. The second half, I don't know Rachel's question. I don't know now if Rachel is going to be the one again. There's too much changing right now. You see what I'm saying? I think we could know this, flip it upside down, and I think we're going to get that. But other than that, I think the other half of the move is anybody's game. But I think bullish statement, let people digest it. As the speech starts, people might feel a certain way, and then there will be a pivot point throughout the speech that will make everything go from there. But it won't. It will be a little bit more difficult to telegraph. Oh, damn it. Was that the last Powell? I don't know. It's in the evening. It's the same time. Same time as always. And even that meeting was the same one. And then we did nothing. We stayed pinned all day. And then all of that other stuff started to happen. Damn, you already broke through the 40.17. That's honestly a very big drop, but at least it's kind of like this one. If that turns into a double flush, then you'll have a problem, but if it bounces up from here, that might be good. Again, you're about to enter power hour right now. Rachel Dolezal. It was November, right? Yeah. Where was the last Powell? I think we went up. Or no, we went down on last Powell. You started up and then finished down, but then the next couple of days you bounced up. Bruh, volume 90 million, and now we are entering power hour. It's yeah, Bonds and SPY are now matched up. Very volatile. These candles are even going crazy. All right, I closed out my NASDAQ short. I like it here, but I'll just take the loss on this. And then again, we still have the profits. And I think we're just going to stay borderline pinned. I think we still have a flush on the table, but then I'm just going to go long on the bonds. And I hope they protect me. I'm still holding those now. But I don't want to secure 38. I could have just taken 300 on that. They scammed me, though. But oh well. If this fails, though, we're dead. So I will regret that very shortly if we cannot get above. So 417 if he messes up again. But now, again, literally, it's about to be power hour. Flush to close the gap. It could. Maybe even does it post-market. Nope. Red. Again, this will be ugly. Like I was saying here, if you flush that, hit a new low, you can't hold that up. Even the levels, it might play out right here. But you would need a bigger bounce. And if it's not, it's just even uglier. City, PRVB still holding fire. Oh, flush 4,000. They got me. Q. And there's the bond. And Tessie's still an asshole. Oh. They got me. So again, I gave up like 300 in between the gap, but I mean, again, I don't think we're in any damaging position. And then tomorrow, but I'd rather have that than get trapped on anything. Because pretty much I was making sure I stayed down 3,800, and then if it ripped, the NASDAQ would outpace it. But I think we'll be good. PRVB news. I know, bro. It's looking nice. I just like that it's held up, but I'm surprised. He's been making his moves very good. It's like I'm surprised, but not surprised because that's the reason why we've been holding it. But, you know, for a biotech to really hold like that is nice. AM CEO tweets on avatar tickets. Trading stock options, watching my money grow. So watch out here, man. You got to be careful of the flush. I already closed out my short, but this is the danger zone now. You're back below the 4,010. If it plays out anything like this, it's going to be, you might fill your gap there. And then Amazon's dropping. Yeah, that one's a bigger one. I left like 500. I could have got like 500 to 800 more off of that. They got me. Again, I still walked away with a profit. It was just good protection. Hard to believe. It's just like the non-farms. That's all it is. White House says they're not aware of any leaks for What? Why would they ask that? Why would they even address that? Huh? What? Yo, what? Yo, wait, what?
India and China to utilize anything new to preview or to discuss at this time about any policy changes or
legal status here.
I'm going back. I won't wait. No, what?
This was a model that was actually designed by Stephen Miller in the prior administration. So is it true that
at 1501?
Celebrate the activists and the families who have worked very
What,
hard.
dude? That's the weirdest thing ever that they've ever said.
To make this happen, and that is what that is what's important, and that's what you're going to hear from this president today. Is there more work to do?
Hold on, it'll come up in like a minute.
There's always more work to do. You'll hear directly from the president. Certainly not going to get ahead of him at this time.
Was it 3 hours ago? I just saw that come across.
Historic moment that we should not forget what it means to many millions of Americans across the country.
Follow up on that. So he'll sign that today, and you say there's more work to do, or is he endorsing additional work to try and change?
I don't have anything to preview from here. As I said, there are extreme conservatives who are going to continue to attack this, who want to take away fundamental rights. We saw what happened just in June.
So watch, you're going down to 4,000 again.
So you should take that
Mr.
very,
Gap
very
Fill.
seriously. But again,
bro,
this is
they
an
just
important
hustled
day,
me on
and
that
we're
one.
going to,
That's 16 points.
Celebrate this day with thousands of people who will be standing or sitting in the on the South Lawn and hearing from Cyndi Lauper and the president and the first lady and the vice president. It's a really good day. It's a very good day.
Maybe you should get one or two more in before we address that.
Okay. Go ahead, Michael.
Thanks, Green. There are reports that the administration is considering slashing the number of Cubans, Haitians, and Nicaraguans.
Yeah, we haven't listened to one of those in a while. Yeah, Troy's saying it was earlier, but that is a weird-ass statement. I just saw it come across right now. So I'm like, what? That's crazy. Why would they even say that? I thought it was all a joke. That was all a joke. Why would anybody even? Did people really think that was real?
Not going to go up.
Oh,
all right, so it's a rent or apartment, so that's still certainly.
Wait, hold on, I need to go to the bathroom.
Up another 3%.
Follow me on
Instagram
at the Trading Fraternity.
Again,
I love
bullish on those Chinese names.
I want to go cross-asset here because we are seeing some of the steam taken out of the equity trade today, at least on a level of sort of the major indices. Can you explain this to me, Romaine? Why we're seeing Bitcoin today higher by more than 3% on a day when it's not just under scrutiny from regulators on Capitol Hill, but we see the Southern District of New York going after Sam Bankman-Fried, and we see SBF arrested yesterday. Why are we seeing a gain of more than 3% on Bitcoin today?
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, we should point out, though, that the rally that we're seeing in a lot of these assets actually seem to be partly on the back of, I guess, a little bit more risk on appetite coming off of that CPI print. But again, hard always to know what the correlations are. But you put it all together here. I thought it was interesting, some of the technical levels coming into this morning. You had an S&P that actually did open above that 200-day moving average, but though it fell back below it here, it'll be interesting to see if it can reclaim it today on a closing basis. But right now, Scarlett, back above 4,000, so a nice round number for you, but not a lot of strength in some of the green that we're seeing on the screen right now.
Absolutely, especially when you consider that futures surged almost 4% when that print came out. And yesterday afternoon, Romaine, you and I, in the final hour of trading, we kept looking at how much stocks kept going up by the end of close. There were some people on Twitter speculating whether the number maybe was leaked. The White House, by the way, we have a headline here saying that the White House is not aware of any leaks for CPI data.
Yeah, and I won't comment on whether it was leaked, but one thing that was certain is there was some dramatic trading activity that occurred a couple minutes before that release actually became public. So read into that what you will. As far as some of the individual movers out there, I thought it was interesting too. I mean, the airlines are just really taking a hit today. JetBlue came out with a warning kind of saying that some of the activity that's been seen in the final weeks of this year are actually way below its expectations. Those shares down about 9% on the day. Some of the other airline stocks lower as well, including American Airlines and United. Meanwhile, keep an eye on Match Group, up about 8% here on the day. A lot of the other social media media stocks higher as well. This apparently on the back of the news that Apple is going to shift its policy on app stores, basically allowing kind of the secondary app store. So basically a third-party app store can sort of be alongside the Apple App Store. That would allow some of these companies that wanted to do sort of in-app purchases without having to go through Apple and have them take a cut.
They won't have to pay commission anymore, right?
Right. So this is a big deal, at least for those.
Bro, Bankman-Fried lawyers suggest $250,000 cash bail for client. Bruh. Free Young Thug and free Gunna. I'm just saying, I don't even think they got bail, and I don't think it was 250 grand. What are you saying right now? Bro, if you a judge, you should have the right to slap him in the face for that one. You mean $250,000 bail? You fucking kidding me? Your crime is at a minimum scale of 1 billion being generous. You want $250,000 bail? Stop it. Stop it. Yo, that's crazy. Bro, he said 250,000. He said, we'll do it cash. Come on, cash bail. Yalla, come on. Very simple, cash. You cash, you let him, what he's going to do? He's going to play League of Legends all day. Don't worry, he won't go nowhere. Yalla, habibi, 250,000 cash. That's crazy, man. He doesn't have $0. But listen, man, all I know is Kevin O'Leary out there like, I'll give him $1 billion. I'll give him $1 billion. This guy has access to reporters, Shark Tank. I don't know. I just feel like 250,000 to relative to the scale of the crime. Ain't none of this shit makes sense. It don't matter if he broke or not. I'm just making some assumptions. Where's Kevin O'Leary? Let me talk to Kevin O'Leary about this real quick. Hold on then. What do you mean this guy? Man, that's crazy. This is crazy. I know, yeah, he got some, bro. I bet you, yeah, he for real. He probably got some RuneScape tokens worth 250 grand somewhere. He ain't dumb. I know he have something like that. I wouldn't be surprised, man. $250,000. Are you getting a little orders here? You broke below 40.44, so now that's becoming resistance again. You need to get above there for any magic to happen. What time is it? 12:10. Let's fill the gap, and then we'll go. Fill the gap, and then maybe last 15 minutes we'll get the move. His League of Legends account. I don't know. He sucks at it, though. Only for you, Habibi. 200. 200 for you, Habibi. PPI better than expected. Well, PPI was PPI was a big gap. This one was a little lower, but keep all emotions aside. You have Powell. Whatever you see today does not matter now, considering you watched it gap up 4% and now you are barely green with the Dow down. So I hope I could say nothing matters today, and I think the market gives me some credence to that. I'm still tilted a little bit bullish on it, but again, I've already given you my opinion. I really think the statement will be bullish, then Powell will strike us down, and then we go from there, man. We go from there. A Platinum League. He played. I was above bronze. When I played League, I got above bronze, which is wild. And I was not playing League of Legends while fielding $400 million offers from Sequoia. So even then, you would think he'd be good. Like, if I was playing Halo, like, you know, doing deals done, you know what I'm saying? At least you know I'm sick with it. At least there's some reasoning behind it, but it's all weird. All weird. I ran top lane. I like the middle. I don't know why I'm a middle guy. I like middle lane for some reason, but it's hard. I haven't played League of Legends in so long. We might need to play. But that's it. If I see Sam Bankman go online, though, I'm going to get your 250,000 bail. Bro, I'll give you 250,000 to raise the bail to an appropriate level. This is ridiculous. Bro, if he's on, he's going to be playing. They're like, give him house arrest. Man, that's great. Let my mom ground him. That would be more of a punishment. You kidding me, bro? You know what I had to go through? First time my mom caught me smoking weed, bro. She wouldn't even talk to me. This is like, I'm telling you, give him a week in an Arab household. That would be maybe, and then let's see what we can figure out. Man. That's crazy. The 250,000. Your Honor, my client is vegan. Yeah, he needs to cook his own man. Man, he ain't vegan. Look at him. All right, you guys are going to get me in trouble. I'm sorry. I'm just having way too much fun. Either way, I don't even care about Sam Bankman anymore. Give me the bankruptcy list. Mm-hmm. You got the orders traps. You know, bring LMT. I mean, there was a lot of good news, at least for Boeing. But defensives have still been hot. Again, the thing about today is every defensive industry is down. Even then Bitcoin is up. Like, I don't know. Like, so everything is kind of in a weird way. We just sold off the top, but it's being decent. Give me the list. That's all you need. Give me the, for real though, that I don't think people are under, like, again, that's why I was like, I didn't even want to make, like, you know, I was bothered by it for a little bit with Sam, but like, dude, I'm worried about collateral. That's it. That's why I'm like, dude, we still don't know the half of it. Whether he's in jail or not, whether he has a bail or not, it means nothing in terms of what real risk did financial institutions take in regards to loaning against crypto, which Sam was an example of. And who knows what, you know, just like the web of Sam is so large, God knows what other else happened, you know, with other banks and other people doing that. So it's weird. Again, even in a bankruptcy Delaware court and related to Bitcoin, nobody has ever valued privacy in those circumstances. So why don't we have the list of creditors? Because that is the real economic risk. I think Sam is a criminal. We've already said that, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm like, no, I am worried about economic risk and a very, very deep, dark black hole of financing that we don't know about that could have a lot of problems. And the order book getting weird again. If you get above 40, 44, it'll be decent. Otherwise, just watch out. Contagion worldwide. Yeah, or just the reality of, you know, what was real lending practices. That's all. I mean, in the reality of this situation, you know what we found out is that Sequoia will give you $400 million while you're playing League of Legends. And if you do it for $420.69, they will call it a meme round. So it's just stuff like that. But it's just like, again, you've even seen teachers' pensions suffer and all of that, but we don't even know the full extent of it. It could be Credit Suisse. You're totally right on that. That would be I think that would be a fair assumption considering the drama they've had and how it correlated with the timeline. Is that Bonds and the SPY popping? I can't tell. They're matched up. MLGO, Meta, even Amazon. I think I sold out a little higher. Where's that pet? Vanda Pharma intends to appeal decision. Okay, big pop. Dog, you still haven't filled the gap, man. I don't know how I feel about this. So now I'm back to where I sold my short there, so we'll see how it plays out. Yeah, Myrna all day. We were talking about it in the morning. I just didn't make the play on it, but even then, by like 10 or 30 minutes in the day, bro, it was up $20 a share. They had a bunch of news all at once, and then something related to like a cure for cancer, which is even way, way more wild. Mm. Intuit pop before or after they said they use QuickBooks? I do not know. Oh, man. Mm-mm. Okay, you're back up here, but the bonds are not playing along. Plenty of time. I mean, I'm waiting for the 15-minute left move, but I would have went big if we filled the gap beforehand. Otherwise, let's see. But I want to see if it goes lower, but I'm cool with waiting for now. I want if it was going to die, I wanted it to fill that gap there and stop having me have to have this debate about whether or not we have ate the Big Mac. I don't know if you know, but so we'll see. But other than that, let's see. And then I think last 15 minutes is going to be crazy. Hopefully. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know. I would kind of be okay with calm, but I don't think that's how today plays out. Yeah, the daily chart is hideous. Look at this. Have you ever seen a gap down candle this big? It makes no sense, and it's like even kind of continuing the trend there. I mean, it just looks like a rejection, but even then, though, this is hideous. I don't think we've even had this, ever. I think all year, I don't think you've had a gap up sell off like this. We've only seen the reverse. Maybe this one in May or April, but it was not. I mean, the data was a lot better, and then we were a lot higher. But then you were even coming. It was just weird, man. This is like into an uptrend, at least from here, but then you're still holding the yearly downtrend for the most part. Great times. Good looking candle. It'll look like last time, but inverse, I think. Because remember, last Fed or the September meeting, not necessarily November. Maybe we should look at November. Where was November? November 2nd was the meeting, I believe. Yeah, even then, I think this will make history. If we didn't close red, but to go from +4 to 1%, I mean, or if we end up closing red, it's crazy. That doesn't happen a lot. Again, I think the last time I told you that was around April, but it's not there. So 11-2. Let's see how the last pow played out. Yeah, last time it was pop. Conversation started by the press conference. You ran up and then you sold off. So it could look like this. I wouldn't be surprised by that one. But then it just depends where we go. And then it depends also if there is new information. And guess what? You will be presented new information. The September one, I believe, is more accurate in that sense because it correlated with the summary of economic projections. So keep that one in mind, my friends. The one lady, that was September. That's what I'm saying, man. We've gone a long way. So September was Rachel's question time. And that was the last summary of economic projections. And then the one I just showed you was November 2nd. I know, man, we spend a lot of time together. We have a lot of fun, but it's crazy. We've gone through a lot in the last 3 months. I don't know if we've been digesting it the same way, but it's been exciting. Crazy. We're past the course. September, October, November, December, I guess. But it started really in August. It was August, September, October, November, and now it's almost been 5 months of this shit. So it's been a great way to close everything out. But I mean, it's definitely been a wild ride to say the least. Yeah, we also have earnings right around the corner, 100%. More people are just going to wait from Powell. That's it. Do you remember what I said in September? Powell will bless new lows. Same thing here. He's going to bless new highs, or he's going to bless animosity coming into earnings. So that is something we got to really, really think about. You're getting bid support and you're above the 40-40. 40-45. Bonds are still down. The summary of economic projections, I believe it will be released at the statement. That's why I'm saying the statement has the potential to be very, very powerful right at release. So 2 p.m. tomorrow Eastern, you will get a big move. The summary of economic projections will be released at the same time. And then 30 minutes later, Powell will come to do whatever he's set out to do. Because I think he'll respond to where financial conditions in the market are. So but again, you're gonna hear it. He's gonna talk about the job not being done. He is gonna say along the lines of how it's too early to say there's victory, but the market is gonna love it when he acknowledges 2 months in a row of declines. That's it. There's no way to get around it now. This is the first biggest drop of CPI in a month, on the month over month in 12 months, and then now. The fact that it continued down from last CPI, bro, it's been a long time since you've had 2 months of coming down. We haven't seen that in a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And the last time month over month core came in at 0.2 was like 2018, bro. It's actually pretty wild to think about. So he is going to acknowledge it, and the acknowledgement of that will be bullish. But we'll see what he brings up to find a way to, say that, hey, if he doesn't like the financial conditions, he will get there, and then again, if he has soft landing comments, if he addresses them differently and more favorably, that will be bullish. Otherwise, he might use that. He might even just say, what if he flips the script and says, yeah, well, maybe the soft landing still isn't there, and then he might flip that one too, but who knows? But I think statement is going to be powerful, and then Powell will have to drive it home depending on what he really believes will happen. Yes, inflation is still high, asshole. Amen. Inflation is still high. But again, people are looking at the trajectory, because if you really want to look at it in a weird way, inflation is starting to drop faster than when it came up. I know we don't want to talk about that, but again, that's not what you think it is, because that could be demand destruction, and then that really means, wait a minute, why is inflation that so sticky coming down faster than what it is? And then back to my original theory, even if it comes down hard, it doesn't mean it won't rocket back up hard, as we get through the next couple of months and years. E-trade to end commissions for online mutual fund trades. Yallah. Very good. Activist Barrington warns changes at casket maker Matthews. Oh, what? You have board issues on the casket company? MATW? So they're popping off that. They want activist investor pretty much for Matthews. They make caskets if you're into that. 30 minutes left. Just about. The Strategic Reserve MD, that might show up in 6 months or whenever, we'll see. But then if demand drops, if you enter into a heavy recession or a hard landing, I mean, we're not going to need the reserves. Like, when it's all said and done. And let's say we entered into a hard landing, let's say in 6 months, this winter is the only big issue we have. And then again, if demand does tick back up, but that's the problem, is that if we enter into a hard landing or a much more severe recession, none of that's going to matter. Your gas prices are going to go down, demand will drop. You're not going to get the same level of output if we have that type of recession. So that's where it's kind of the paradox with all of it. I'm just hoping my insurance is up again 30%. Let me give $400 million to the buy side. Market on close imbalance. All righty. Show me what you got, bro. Show me what you got. Here we go again. One of the best teachings, remain positive and stay respectful. Amen, man. Amen. And just stay in the game. I really hope so. And that's why I'm excited for tomorrow. And Chad, I hope all of you, I think if you're still remaining emotionally in the game and ready to go and you got a little bit of balance left, you're going to be ready for tomorrow, man. So let's make the most of it. And honestly, this last 5 months has been a trip, but it's been all about working hard and really staying positive and fighting for it. So let's go. And I want everybody to win here. And I know it's possible. And we all have different plays and positions, you know what I'm saying? But I really think the mentality, and just don't let this game confuse you how it should. I mean, Chad, you're better than that. And I know you have it. And I know you have that potential. And that's why it's going to be on you to develop and hone these skills. But don't underestimate the mindset and the emotions. It will keep you in the game. All righty. VWAP is a lot lower from that move. But mentally, well, let's change that. Let's get in there mentally. That's what I'm saying. Don't let it bother you. And if it is bothering you, use a smaller amount. That's it. If you can't hold the plays a certain time and it's making you emotional, lower it and watch what happens. But I'm telling you, just don't get too emotional by the moves. Just treat it like, treat it like a game. Like, that's it. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But you got to just fight. That's it. And then paper trading too, especially with the futures. Make sure you're ready for that. It'll go a long way. 460, my old friend. That on the futures? Yep. Big volume, though. Again, you have the market on close here. The early one, 400 million to the buy side. But let's see. That would suck if it sells off from here. But these are a lot bigger moves now. If you really think about it, that's happening pretty quick. You got to hold up here, bro. You got to hold up or we're done. $98 million on the SPY. Again, was that Jerome Powell day here? I think it was. That was the last time we had any volume close to this. And then again, we have 30 minutes left, 27. Yeah, you can see all my positions on the screen. It makes me emotional because I never sell profits and take when I should. So you got two solutions. Either don't get emotional or take profits. So that's it. Again, and vibe with it, but I'm telling you, just don't think about it too much. And if you get caught off sides, you get caught off sides. But don't keep feeding it and keep focusing on the next move. But I'm telling you, just remove the emotions. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Hoist finance. No, it's not big. We need Tesla bounce. I know. I'm still in there. I wish I sold it this morning, but like I told you guys, I thought that if CPI was gonna be good, it was gonna let it rip. But no, Elon just had to tweet, and we have to hate Elon because he wants to say whatever he wants. But then again, we did sell a 4% gap up. So, oh no. Game got my heart. Game got my soul. My daily chart looks like Rudolph. No, I'm not adding anything to the long term here. I mean, unless Powell kills us, I have zero intention to buy anything this year now. And I love what we picked up, but I'd rather have a little bit more cash and, being close to break even coming into the next year. I think that's a great position to be in. So unless the market hits very low lows and Powell wants to destroy everything, I don't see myself getting into that. PRVB, I'm not expecting it to be a buyout. The news is Sanofi buying into the premium. And that's already agreed upon, but it will not be a buyout. So maybe, but again, like we've been talking about, that news is until February. So the deadline for PRVB is in February, but it's near the high. I mean, this is a great spot to be at. So we'll see. But until then, nothing has changed since we first got the play, except the price, which would mean a higher premium, and it hasn't gone down, and then that's it. Market has nothing to do with Fed. Why? Well, financial conditions. I believe it does. Because if the market is up too much, it's just like what you saw in 2020. When the stock prices go up, guess what? Adam Aaron and Hertz show up. So it's like it fuels shitty activity and it fuels higher prices that are not based on there. If the markets are up and the bonds are up, anybody could get money. And then what happens? That money goes into the system, and then that spurs demand. And then if you're already in a tight spot, so it's there. Not. Are you talking the market's not lower than 2020? It's not much lower. Not at all. 2020 SPY was at 330. Before COVID, it was at 336. So and then again, in all of these moments, even when the SPY was at 250. In 2018 or like 280 in 2019, right? There wasn't inflation. So it wasn't, and there wasn't a supply chain problem, and then there wasn't, the government hell-bent on spending money in, various ways. So that is why it's just like financial conditions, the value of the market the Fed cares about it because it could affect all of that funding and all that other stuff. So unfortunately, if the markets are good, it means more funding, more loans, and it's just like when rates are lower, it spurs aggregate demand. So I get what you're saying on it, and it's like, why would the Fed doesn't care about the price of the stock market, but it's just the result of prices staying elevated in financial markets. It allows people to get loans. It allows people to draw money and draw demand from no productivity. And then if you already have the other situations out of hand, it just makes it that much worse. Yeah, leverage pretty much. That's the easiest way to put it. Leverage, and then into the environment where the economy is not in a spot where it could kind of handle it without creating a lot of negative effects like inflation, lack of supplies, all of that. That's where it becomes a little different. Or that's where the leverage becomes an issue. Now, when everything's dying, they're going to want leverage because they want to spur that. DGX downside after QDEL guidance. Yeah, QDEL's even dropping too. Oh, yeah, where is Tesla? Telsa. Again, even volume on the market's very large. You're back to 417, so you better hold this or not. You got 5 minutes. I think 45 is where things kick off. And then that leads us to the 10-minute rigged. So get ready. Your final move is approaching, Chatadonia. Lunchtime. It went a little lower than I expected. I'm surprised we even came that close to it. How is tomorrow not priced in? Because no one knows what's going to happen. That's it. And now you got everything you wanted, but you still don't know what's going. You know what I'm saying? Like, Christmas is looking good, but at the same time, bro, you know what you did. Yeah, you might be on the naughty list. We'll find out. Jerome Powell is Santa Claus tomorrow. That's why. So I think what is being priced in is range. That's it. But as far as what could actually happen, I mean, you see it. Even what was priced in the probabilities, even JP Morgan and a lot, they were all wrong. It didn't even matter. Again, this was I would argue today was a Goldilocks report. And especially when you compare it to some of the theories, it was a Goldilocks. And it was a 15% probability according to JP Morgan. And you did go up 4 on the NASDAQ, but didn't mean you held it. So I think we're pricing in a range, but as far as outcome, it's hard to say. But if Powell flows in line with this report, it is bullish. If Powell is going to headbutt it, then it's going to be bearish. And then you're going to have people now all pushing to the next data set of jobs and anything of that nature. Black holding 7. Oh, man, oh, man. So you're at 40.17 on the SPX. You got to really hold this. Otherwise, next couple of minutes, you're 9 minutes from 10-minute rigged, 4 minutes from the 12:45. Market on close imbalance is growing to the high side. Yes, today, again, there's a lot of range. It does. This will reduce some emotions, but then again, just don't underestimate the market's ability to have a delayed reaction, and then don't underestimate if Powell says something or maybe they misinterpret him. The market it's a powder keg right now. I'm telling you, it's the best back-to-back event you're ever going to get in a long time. It's not. Very rarely do we get this. Yeah, the bonds are selling off. I don't like that, but Now they're still kind of mixed, but we're going to see for tomorrow. And then triple witching for the that too. I even forgot about that. The amount of money is 3.7 trillion on Friday. And then again, I think a record amount of puts were bought the other day. We will see. It's fighting. That candle was big above 40.17, but it hit it right, bro. You just, that's a 5-6 point move. 12.43. Bigger volume is coming in now. Ba-da-bap, bap, bap. All right, he's still holding up. Yeah, Powell will be tomorrow. Tomorrow's FOMC. They're going to be raising rates tomorrow as well, too. And it will be very, very large event. Oh, no, it's okay. Don't worry. Thank you for everything, though. I need everybody focused, though, tomorrow. We're going to be picking apart Powell's speech, man. And then 45. So I wanted it if this was a little lower, but you're going to get volume coming in here. Again, last 15 minutes, both today and tomorrow, I think they're going to be big events. So let's see here. And this is leading into the 10-minute rig. This ain't even the 10-minute rigged, but we're going to see if this could hold up. It's still, I don't know. It's still in that 40-60, quite stubborn. You're higher than that earlier candle, though, now. So that's good. Again, we were just here not too long ago. If that can't hold, I mean, it's doing this weird move, but a higher high would be nice. There you go. SPX looks like it's popping big compared to the futures. And bonds are going down and SPY's coming up. We went back to back, and then I don't even remember a day. I mean, the other time was Powell, where we had it was a big inflation, and then he pivoted 48 hours before. But other than that, that was 2 days. I don't really ever remember a CPI in Powell. I mean, again, I work a lot. You know what I'm saying? So we do this a lot, but it's weird. Qdo's still dying. We'll see. Maybe this will make 10-minute rigged a little bit bigger. Yeah, we did a lot. I mean, we realized 15,000 on the ES. So I have 3,000 open on my bad play, but then I was able to make back the NQ on just random flips. I think we hit every flip throughout the day except for this ES. That was the only play that we did not do good on today. But other than that, it's good. And then now, I mean, I'm up down to hold this into tomorrow. And then I took some losses on shares too. Could have made more money on the other one. And then MGTA clapped me, but $70. But now it doesn't matter. All of this is for tomorrow. And then bonds, too. I realized profit on the bonds, but now they flipped on me. The bonds break. I don't know how I feel about that, though. Because it would still be inverse, especially if we ripped or if the bonds sell off tomorrow and they catch up here. Won't be good. Alrighty. A minute and a half. Yeah, that's 13 there. Again, I realized that 15, but I have an open play that's bringing it down. But then it's crazy, bro. If you've been watching, it's been just from yesterday and today, that's a $25,000 swing just on those ESs. And then, I'm glad I covered my NASDAQ insurance yesterday because I lost $1,000 on that. But, I would have been in a lot more trickier of a position. So it was clean. We did good on it, and that's where we just got to follow through. Even the follow-up plays today were good except for that final ES, but I am more than comfortable holding that. And then, we got a lot. Again, we increased the cash by a lot today. 1 minute or 50 seconds. I'm leaning bullish, but then again, I understand that it's all in Powell's hands. So I think this statement will be bullish tomorrow. Again, I still have one ES, and I'm cool with it. I'm still holding a lot of shares, but, I don't want to fight the trend and fight the market. But I am leaning more bullish because of the report. However, we're going to see. In total, realized is like 18 or 19,000 realized. And then I still have unrealized losses, though, that we are absorbing from today. But assuming I could walk away with profit on those, it's a $18,000, $19,000. Either way, it means nothing. You need tomorrow. That's all it is. 10-minute rig. Oh, whoa. I thought, wait, hold on. They might want to eat these orders. No way. Why are you keeping these orders without eating them? Hold on. That 10-minute rig is hitting. Hold on. There's a big order there. I feel like they have to eat it. If they don't eat that one and then they shoot down and eat this, there you go. That's just the name of the game. Little scammers. It better run through that. If it doesn't and goes down, I'm gonna slap somebody. Because that would make no watch. If it fails to go above here and then comes down and eats that, I'm gonna just laugh. 1 billion to the buy side. All right, well, let's see, man. Hold on. He has to eat that. So at least you set a little bit higher of a high. That's a giant candle there. Again, 40.33 is a level we've talked about all day. See, look at, bro. Look at it, man. Hold on. If you eat that, man, you better go through that. You better go through that, or you better raise this one up there. I am ready to slap somebody. I would be ready. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. They're sitting on the SMA. Is SPX? I thought the 200 is like 40.44 on SPX. I think that wasn't. I thought this was the 200 day where he flushed. So it's holding higher. Okay, hold on. Get it above 40.70. Yeah, it's a 1 billion market on close to the buy side. But again, it may not mean anything, and there's just already a lot of volume that's been going in here. So we'll see how we could interpret it. S&P 1%. Ooh. If the bonds catch up, that'll give you the second boost. If we keep ripping up to VWAP and bonds play along, but again, you got 8 minutes left. I want to see if they're going to bring it. That order's still staying there for some reason. That's 700 or 500 contracts is open for buying at 40.53. We haven't gone to 40.70 yet. Mm. 25 hike? No. again, even though today was good, the whole idea, I really hope you get it, unless the Fed futures change tomorrow. But the whole idea is, even if Powell did a quarter, that would still be a surprise to the bond market. So if that, Powell does not want that. If you surprise the market, that's the last thing you want for credibility. So that's why just, people are saying 0, a quarter, 75. It's all nonsense. It's 50 basis points. That's what the bond market is saying. And if it changes between now and tomorrow, maybe we could discuss that. However, they're not going to surprise. Powell will surprise with his speech, but not with the rate hike. Does that make sense? I hope you get it. It's coming down there. Little stumble. Stop. Good volume, though. Good volume. Terminal rate, that'll come out again when it comes out. I'm talking about the Fed futures on the Zaza. 25. Well, here's the thing. If you really think it's going to happen on 25, go short the Zaza or go buy the Zaza right now. You'll make bank. I'm telling you, that's the easiest trade in the world. If you think I'm wrong and you believe that the Fed futures don't mean anything, go buy that shit. Because it's honestly a guaranteed trade where it won't go any lower, but like you might lose a little bit, but you should buy the shit out of that. Because if you really think a quarter will happen, oh my gosh, that play would let me show you what I'm talking about. So like, look, this is staying pinned, right? So it's like if you think it's going to go up to a quarter, bro, it would shoot up right over here. And do you realize how much money you would make on a future on that? It'd be insane. I think you would make $7,000 to $10,000 on that play. And your risk would be very minimal, or I don't know what it is. But again, I don't take that trade because if anything happens there's pretty much, you'll probably get killed on the spreads or liquidity. But if you really think a quarter is going to go through, go buy the Zaza. That's not a recommendation, but I mean, I hope you realize there's a way to make money on it, is all I'm saying, is that if history will not repeat. Whoa. Oh, that candle is crazy on the daily. You are right. Nope. They're going to eat that order, bro. They're going to eat it. They don't care. They're going to eat it. Ah! Bro, come on. Come on. Oh, dude. Dude, even Bookmap is bullshit, dude. That's it. Because that means they'll show you one of the orders, but you won't even see the rest of the story. All of it, bro. It's just all a damn scam. Oh. Yeah, I know it's like, yeah, they got to eat the liquidity, but like, look at, they're not showing you the liquidity at the top of what's really there. It's all a scam. All of it's a scam, bro. That's it. You just got to not fight it and just not get too greedy, bro. Oh, man. This is great. It's Pac-Man on steroids, low-key. That's good, though. It's not the worst close. You didn't fill the gap. Maybe you'll do that pre-market tomorrow, or we just go from there. And we'll see. And then Powell Day, baby. That's all we need. That's all we need. So now you're eating the orders there, the 40, 50. That's 500, 600 contracts right there. Like I was telling you from here. 10-minute rig, bro. He ain't want to play with. All right, eat the orders and now go up. Can we do that there? Or was there any other orders we should know about? Is there anything? Oh, now they're adding more? Okay. Where did all that come from, too? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. What a day. That's what could happen. Anything could happen. Anything could happen at that power. No? Okay. I didn't add on Tesla. I just watched in disappointment. That's about it. It was cool, though. I was excited in the morning about it. I was like, yeah. And then it catfished me. Is cause the play? I mean, it depends. That's not believe me, I wish it was an easy answer. And like I brought up earlier, it's one thing about your position, but I would just have a foot near the exit on anything. You just have to be able to move quick. And I wouldn't, even if calls is the play, I wouldn't put all of your play on the calls. Does that make sense? So it's just, it really depends how you're going to move through it, but it's not necessarily, it's one thing about the move, and then it's another of how you're going to play it, given this type of volatility. And then the next level is, man, we have no idea what Powell is going to do now. Again, we have a general idea of the statement, and the summary of economic projections will be volatile, but that's about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're making our final approach. So we make this final approach. If you guys are holding on to any bags, please throw them in the overhead bins above or firmly beneath your seats, or be coming through the aisles with a trash bag if you'd like to dispose of those bags. But as we make this final approach, we're going to be landing here into the second link terminal. Second link terminal in the description. That's going to be your nightly watch list and main channel layover around 4 p.m. Pacific time.